Hi, my name is Kelly Steffen. I'm the coordinator for church leadership here at Prairie College in Three Hills, Alberta. And today in the studio, I'm with Katalina Prado. Katalina is a pastoral student and so excited to spend some time with her and allow you just to get to know her a little bit. So welcome.
Thank you.
Katalina. Could you just share with the listeners a little bit about who Katalina is? Just a little bit of her background, whatever you'd like to share with us today.
My name is Katalina, and I am passionate about sharing Jesus with others. I grew up in Calgary, Alberta, and I grew up with my mom just building me in the faith. And then my mom is a believer, my dad is not, but I had both my parents and then my grandma. And my grandma is a passionate woman as well about Christ. And so, I was very fortunate to have both my grandma and mom raising me in the faith.
Now, what brought you to Prairie College, way out in the midst of nowhere, like coming from Calgary, big city girl?
Yeah. Initially, my plan was to go to Australia. I just wanted to travel and experience new things. But my mom, she made some powerful prayers and was like, no, Lord, I want you to keep my daughter close to home. And so, never underestimate the power of a praying mom. I just started to research a bunch of schools. And so in my grade 10 year, I just really felt a calling into ministry, and I loved it. And I grew up volunteering at Centre Street and being involved in all different sorts of ministries. And so I loved it. And
Wonderful. It is so great to have you. So I guess for the listeners out there, they need to know, number one, how to access Google and then depend on their mother's prayers to get you here.
Yeah.
Tell us about you've been here for a couple of years, but what was your first year experience like? Because coming to a new place, not really knowing the community, not really knowing people, what was it like for you?
Initially I didn't know anybody, but there were just a few people that just clicked right away, and I can truly say that I found friends for a lifetime here, and just people who truly support you, and as scriptures say, iron sharpens iron. And so I've always wanted friendships like that, and so having that in my life was just truly just such a God-given gift. And the community here is wonderful. They support you, and dorm life is so much fun. You're able to just laugh, keep your door open. People come in and say hi. You can have tea and ramen in your room, and it's so fun. Yeah.
Talk to us about this balance between spiritual formation and academics.
I think it's if you take the academics and you allow it to fuel your spiritual formation. And I think the key with academics is to not place your identity in it. And if you don't place your identity in it, you're able to see God move through you, and God use that to build you up.
Talk to us as well about the program, so this pastoral program that you're in. What are some things that you've enjoyed? What are some things that have been challenging?
I love them all, and the pastoral classes have been so just full of practical things that I can use, and so I really loved having those in my tool belt and feeling like I'm getting prepared for ministry. And then the Bible classes have been just full of knowledge, and I love them. They've been so good. And I'm actually taking Psalms and Wisdom Lit right now, and profound, so beautiful and so rich. And our teachers don't hold anything back from the scriptures and truly just present them in a beautiful way. So
you've talked a little bit about this balance between academics and spiritual formation, discipleship. What are some ways, say over the summer, that you've been engaged in ministry practice?
Yeah, one of the ways is an internship back at my home church at Centre Street, and I think this past summer was my third year doing it.
Wow.
And I had the opportunity to be in children's ministry.
Okay.
It was for my second year, and I love it. It's so amazing. But this year I had way more responsibility and just a lot of the admin side of things, and that was really cool to learn too, because in ministry you have to do a little bit of everything, and so that was really exciting to learn about, and especially in a big church. So
Awesome. We really value our church partnerships that work with our students at various times in the year and just really mentor them and encourage them in a ministry. I think that really helps with the praxis of understanding theory and then practice and that interrelation between those two things. So wonderful. As you think ahead, what are some things that you'd be interested in doing vocationally? Do you have a dream?
Oh, I have many dreams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Share those with us.
Yeah, no, I would love to just write a book on identity and
wonderful.
And about friendship with Jesus. And even camp ministry is something that I would be interested in. Children's ministry is something that always has had my heart, but I'm really open to anything, to be honest. Like, I don't have a clear, like, this is what I'm doing, but for now I know I'm here at Prairie and I trust God with the rest.
One of the things in our program that we talk about a lot is IPSAT, so this identity profile self-awareness tool. And this is where students get a chance to learn, who they are as a person, gather a greater sense of self-awareness and how we can contribute to others. Talk to us a little bit about what you discovered about yourself through your personality, strengths, spiritual gifts, passions, etc.
What you said about self-awareness is very key in understanding that IPSAT. It just made me realize how I functioned a little more and just confirmed a lot of what I already kind of knew about myself. And so I think the one thing that stood out of all the things was the idea that my personality type has this trait of connectedness. And so that really means that I see that there's a purpose in everything, and I see that how this affects this and that. And for me, that's very true. Like, I find that things need to have a purpose behind them, and situations have, maybe you can't see that in the moment, but I trust that God will show it to me eventually.
Yeah.
So
good. Thinking through the other components of the program, were there any, do we do anything fun in the pastoral program?
Oh,
do we do any out trips or anything like that?
We totally do fun things. Yeah, so we usually go to Banff every year, and it's so fun. We have a sleepover at a church and get to go hike mountains and enjoy Banff in Alberta. And yeah, it's just a great time of community and fellowship. And
one of the aspects of that trip is actually being able to connect to the local churches that help out and getting to know them. So this spring, we're actually doing a ministry trip where we're going to travel around the province and interview about 30 different pastors. And so looking forward to that. I think that's a wonderful opportunity that we have here at the school to be able to do that. One of the things I wanted to talk to you about was we ran a big contest last year called Who's Next? And you were the winner of that contest. So I'm talking to the winner here today. And that contest was really about having applicants who are interested in pastoral ministry apply. And then we had some criteria for choosing the winner. And that was a clear sense of calling to be a pastor, engagement on the campus, of which you did for sure, and financial need. Do you want to just tell us about maybe what your process was applying and what was it like to win? I
was in deep financial need and just with family struggles. And so I thought, Lord, if this is something you want me to do, then I'll do it willfully and then you'll do the rest. And so, it was fun to just write out why I think I deserved it, and and to have the support of my church behind me as well. And it was just a really an act of obedience. And I've never received this big of a scholarship before, and so it just seemed like, wow, God, if you do this, that would be amazing. And he did, and it was so amazing to just receive that email from Elaine Maxwell and just the sense of whoa, God, you did this. So
well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I think that's a tuition-free scholarship for the year.
Yes.
So that's a really wonderful thing. Talk to us a little bit. You're an impact leader, And I just want to revisit that for a minute because there is some scholarship tied to that as well. What does it mean to be like a student applied leadership training student, which we, for short we call a SALT student? What's your experience been serving in that role?
It's been stretching.
Okay.
It's been really good to just see, okay, where are my skills at and how can I continue to grow? And so Jillian, our DSD, really takes in all the impact leaders and mentors them and encourages them in their roles. And so we have like one-on-ones like every week, and we just talk about life together. And the impact leaders need to be discipled as well,
Right.
not as they disciple other people. So yeah, and it's been really good. We've been reading a book together and learning more about each other, and it's been really awesome to just continue to grow in the skills that we've already been gifted.
It's one of the things that we really value about Prairie is student-led campus. And so you're just a part of that. And so we want to say thank you for being willing to step into that role. So wonderful. Well, I think that's it for today.
Awesome.
But thank you so much for taking time with us, Katalina, and pray that God will bless this year.
Thank you so much. It was so much fun.
Take care.